everybody. Welcome to the cafe. Hey, she's pumped full of steroids. She's ready to go. She's our own Alan Bollock, Princess of Daytime, Kathleen Murphy. Give it up for a big round of applause.
Everybody, welcome to USA Live with the People's Court.
Ah, yes.
That means that my back should be a lot hairier than it is, don't you think?
Ew.
Ew, yes. Hi, I'm Kathleen Murphy. Stay with us for the next hour and a half or so. We're going to watch a few episodes of the People's Court together with all our pals here in the cafe. How's everybody? Good? Yeah. All right. And then Jim O'Connor will be out. He'll take you through an episode of Love Connection and an episode of The Big Date. Now, by the way, you know, Love Connection, they give out $75, right, for this Love Connection thing. The Big Date, they give out $150. People's Court, we pretty much blow them away because the maximum in People's Court is $5,000, right? Well, just keep an eye out today. Wait until you see how much money is going to change hands today in the People's Court. See if you can keep track, because we will tally it up at the very end of the day. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We have a guy who's been in our cafe before, big bear of a guy. He's the author of a book called What the Heck's Wrong with My Car? It's just what's wrong with my car, really. His name is Bob Cerullo, and he's going to tell us all about tires. Riveting television, don't you think? But there are things about tires that have to do with the safety of your car and your mileage and the safety of your family that you have to know. So do not go away. And if you have any questions about your car, please give us a call, because Bob Cerullo can answer it. He knows absolutely everything. And you know what Friday is? A little bit of mischief. Week in Review comes up later, so you don't want to miss that either. Well, Bob Cerullo, the car guy's here, so we figured we want to know from you, what's the most embarrassing thing about your car? Maybe it's what's in it, maybe it's what it looks like, maybe it's the way you drive it, maybe it's a bumper sticker on it, maybe it's what's hanging from the rearview mirror. Whatever it is, we want to know what's the most embarrassing thing about your car. Christopher Parada, the most embarrassing thing about the counter is right here behind my...
You seem very, very slick.
Yeah, very slick. How are you?
Yeah,
What's the most embarrassing thing about your car, Toots?
Besides the smell that comes out of it?
Besides the smell that comes out of it.
You know what my car got broken into like 3 weeks ago?
It did?
Yeah, it got broken into. I'm upset about it. Broken into at the train station. So they broke into the column, right? So I haven't gotten it fixed yet, because I don't know why. Because I need the car for work every day.
Right.
So now I have to start the car with a screwdriver, which really impresses women on the first day.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Chicks dig it, you know?
Oh, I bet.
I got the key and the screwdriver, and I get the car going.
Very
ridiculous.
sexy. Very sexy.
Very embarrassing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Chris is starting his car with tools. If we want to know what's the most embarrassing thing about your car, call us up at 1-800-511-USA1. Fax us at 212-497-8430. Email. Boom.
Email.
There's the email. We've been having some problems with the email. Keep trying the email. We'll let you know in the next segment whether it's actually going through or not, so you don't have to be chained to your computer for the rest of the day. And we're going to the very first case. You don't want to miss this either, because we get to learn how to forge somebody's name.
Yay.
Wow, isn't that fun? Okay, we're going to court. We'll be right back. On this Friday afternoon, you're watching USA Live with the People's Court. I'm Kathleen Murphy. We want to know, what's the most embarrassing thing about your car? Cindy in Canyon, Texas says, Kathleen, the most embarrassing thing about our Geo Metro is that the driver's side door is held on with gray duct tape. All the duct tape is visible from miles away against the red car. And when you get into the car, you have to either get in from the passenger side and crawl across, or you have to get in on the driver's side, this is the best part, and have someone on the outside pick up the door and tape it back on after you're settled. Isn't that great?
That's classic.
We're going to the booth. All right, most embarrassing thing about your car, sir?
I have a 1980 Dodge Maxi van.
That's good enough. Okay.
And it's so big that it needed a backup beeper, so every time I pull out, it goes beep, beep, beep.
What do you mean a backup beeper? Oh, like a garbage truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Don't be shy. What's that noise?
Beep, beep.
That's,
It's much louder, though.
it's much louder. We'll try. We'll come back, maybe. How about that?
All right.
You hope not, right? All right. How about you?
Oh, my ex-boyfriend in high school, he had a 82 Datsun, and we had to push start the car. Up hills, down hills, backwards, in snow, rain. We had to push start the car every day, every time we got in the car.
It's a little bonding moment between
Quite
the two of you,
embarrassed.
right?
Oh, yeah. Always remember him, always.
Okay. You? No, anything? Nothing? How about you, madam?
My parents had an Oldsmobile, and the catch on the passenger side door wasn't working, so it was tied with a rope. And whoever sat in the passenger seat had to hold the rope as we went around turns so the door wouldn't fly open. So you weren't just a passenger, you were a participant.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, this would mean that. Yes, yes. Go.
had a 1984 Chevy, and the belt was loose, and it used to make this loud noise like. Just, you'd be going down the street, and everyone's like looking at you. What's going on? Yeah. It was wild.
All the time?
Embarrassing.
One more
all the
time? Alrighty then. Tina in Texas. Go ahead, Tina.
There's no shame.
Tina?
I work in a very upscale retirement community, and I pass these nice BMWs and cars like that that have bumper stickers that say, I vote for Bush, but I have a bumper sticker that says, heaven won't have me, and hell's afraid I'll take over. So all the people that I pass are kind of looking at me like, I would love to see what you can do.
Now, where'd you get this bumper sticker, Tina?
Well, it was already on the car when I bought it.
Oh.
So it's really not my fault, but could you please tell Jim O'Connor I think he's gorgeous?
I will tell Jim O'Connor that you think he's gorgeous.
Okay.
Fine, Tina. You're just using me as a medium to get to the cuter, prettier host that's coming on later.
Any way it works.
Wow, she slipped it right in there.
How embarrassed Tina is about that. All right, thanks, Tina.
Thanks.
Chris in Virginia. Go ahead, Chris.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You think I'm better looking than Jim O'Connor, don't you?
Absolutely.
All
In a heartbeat.
right.
I drive a 1970 Ford pickup truck, so it was made 5 years before I was born.
Okay.
And it's about 7 different colors. Well, 8 if you count rust as a color.
Rust is a color.
Okay, so it's 8 different colors. The door is gray, and the bottom half of it's blue, and the top half of it's white, and just can't make up its mind as to what color it wants to be.
Now, why is it so many colors?
I don't know. I guess just it's because it's so old, and the last owner couldn't make up his mind.
Oh.
I don't know. And it's made up of bits and pieces, so.
So it's all kind of held together with all kinds of things.
Exactly.
It's
not rope and duct tape, though.
Not rope and duct tape.
So.
Okay. And how much rust is on there, Chris?
More than there is paint, so it's a little scary.
It's a little scary.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. From one Chris to another Chris.
Ah.
All right. This forgery case. Now,
Oh, yeah.
what are your thoughts about this?
I hold this case near and dear to my heart.
Why is that?
Because I made my way through school forging documents there and there. Come on, I was everybody. I was my mom, my dad, the doctor,
All right.
everybody.
Well, if that's the case, then you should be an expert.
I
on
am.
this.
I am a bit of an
Is this
expert.
a forged signature, or is this an authentic signature?
I don't think it's a forged signature.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just have the feeling.
The feeling.
You got to go with the
And
gut.
a good forger knows
Right.
the feeling. All
Know
right.
the know.
All right. We're going to go to the verdict in this case, see if Christopher Parada's right. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Great, Kathleen. Hi, welcome back to USA Live with the People's Court. We have one of our favorite guests. He's called the Car Guy. His name is Bob Cerullo. He's a columnist. He's also the author of What's Wrong with My Car. He knows everything there is to know about automobiles. And today we're going to concentrate on tires. When is the best time to check your tires?
Actually, as frequently as you can.
Lunchtime, dinner time,
well, you know,
breakfast time?
people just put it off, and they hope that the guy in the gas station is going to do it. And you know, these days they don't do it. So what happens is very often, let's say, you know, time goes by, you put air in the tires in the middle of the winter time. Now it's summertime, your tire may be underinflated.
Okay.
And when they're underinflated, it causes a lot of things. One is you're putting the tire at risk as far as they run much hotter when they're underinflated. You're burning much more gas because it's taking that much more effort to drag the tire, and the edges of the tire are going to wear if the tire is underinflated.
What are the dangers if they're overinflated?
Well, if they're overinflated, then the center wears, and actually the steering becomes a little flighty. The big problem is underinflation because the tire is actually affixed to the wheel based on the tire pressure. So if a tire is supposed to have 30 pounds per square inch of pressure, and you're running around at 19 or 15, you make a sharp turn, it's a real possibility that tire could come off the rim.
Now, what can you check yourself, and what does a garage mechanic have to check for you?
Well, actually, there isn't too much you need a garage mechanic for except for things like wheel alignment. But essentially, what you want to get involved is air pressure. This is the most important thing because gas stations don't do it anymore.
A thermometer.
Well, probably somebody makes one that does both. But in this instance, this is an air pressure gauge. It's very simple to take the little cap off the tire valve, and you got to remember to put it back because an awful lot of people don't put it back. When they don't put it back, dirt accumulates on the tire valve. So that the next time air pressure is put in or you check it, the dirt gets under the valve and then you have a slow leak. So if you don't have them, you want to get these little caps, put them back. But the important thing is You know what your tire pressure is. You put this on the tire. It pushes out to where the pressure is, and you just read it from here. Very
you
simple
mentioned to me that the tire pressure that is listed on the tire is very infrequently correct.
Right. That is incorrect, and most of the time mechanics who will say, you say, well, how much should I? You should expect the mechanic to know how much pressure should be in your tire. They guess. They pick up a number. The only way to accurately know is to either look in the owner's manual that has it listed specifically, or on, for example, General Motors cars has it on a decal on the left side door. Now, very often it's different from the front wheels to the rear wheels.
Why is that?
Because sometimes it's like in certain station wagons, you need more pressure because there's more weight in the back. Like trucks will generally take more pressure on big tires. The more pressure, the more weight it'll take. Ford has it on a decal in the right rear. So it's very important to find out where the decal is, even if you can't remember it, and look in the owner's manual.
Let's talk quickly about weight front and the back of the car. Let's say you're going on a trip with the kids and some luggage. Is that enough to have the pressure adjusted in your tires?
Well, certainly if you're going to have some weight in the car, then it's always a good idea to have a little bit more pressure. And there is usually recommendations in the owner's manual to tell you if you're carrying a heavy load. If you're carrying 8 people in the car, or in a 9-passenger car, we'll say, as opposed to 1 person, the tire pressure would be different.
Okay. Bob Cerullo is going to stay with us. If you have any questions about your car, please give us a call and fax us. We're going to the next case. It's kind of a risky business case. You know, parents left the children at home. They had a party. We'll be right back.